Welcome to Long Island. Tonight we bring you a terrific contest between the Washington Capitals and the hometown New York Islanders. A pleasant good evening to you, wherever you may be. I'm Mike Emmerich alongside Darren Pang.
Thanks, Mike. It's a pleasure to be here. In goal for Washington, Olaf Kolzig. And 200 feet away in the other net for New York, Rick DiPietro.
I love this matchup on paper, Darren. Two rivals from the Eastern Conference.
Neither team is going to hold back, Mike, but it's the team that can make the most of their power play opportunities that's going to come out on top here.
They've heard enough of our talk, Darren. It's time for some hockey in New York. Washington wins the draw. He shoots. DiPietro got a piece of that one.
It drives coaches nuts to miss great chances like that.
New York breaking out. Dumped in by Pekka. Boom it. Behind the net. Dumped into the corner. Nailed by a cross-check. A coin behind the net. Pekka with the puck. Loads it up and fires. The save. And he hangs on. He was like a brick wall. Let's watch it again.
When a goalie makes these kinds of saves, you just got to keep throwing pucks at him.
And there's a glance at the New York bench.
Doc, the onus is on Coach Sterling to take the talent on this team to another level. A Stanley Cup contending level. We'll see what he can do here.
Draw to the right of the net. Gordon moves in. DiPietro, the save. Knocks it home. Washington gets on the board first.
An easy goal on the mistake by the goaltender.
What a shot! Let's get another look.
Hey, anybody can score when the goalie is that far out of position.
A good look at the bench of the Capitals here.
Hey, good coaches are always adjusting on the run, Doc, and that's what he's doing.
Draw at center ice.
Washington
Scatcherd wins the draw. New York on the breakout.
Doyle. The assist to Boyd Gordon.
Solid hit. Janssen with the puck. Swallowed by the glove. And he holds onto it. Draw in the right circle. Hunter with the puck. Slap shot. Save. With a shot. Stopped. And he decides to stop play. He stoned him. Take another look.
Quick little wrister, and he comes out of nowhere to stop that one.
A great home winning percentage for New York.
They've been almost unstoppable at home.
Draw in the left circle. One time. Blocked. Witt controls it. Tremendous pad save. DiPietro feeds one out in front. New York breaking out. Shot. Shut down. Blake in behind the goal. Janssen with a shot. Kolzig, the save. And he holds it for the whistle. Here's another look at that save.
Doc, we're seeing the kind of play tonight that made Kolzig a star in years past. This is a guy who averaged nearly 34 wins a season over one 6-year span. So you can't underestimate the tools and experience he brings. I'll focus on this player, Doc, when he enters the zone. No player in the league makes a play like he can.
Draw to the left of the net. Face-off won by Washington. Salmon moves in to Hunter. Kabasha moves in. He won't allow it. And he hangs on. Wow, that save deserves another look.
They tried to bang that one in, but oh man, what a spectacular save.
Hunter, always one of the top players in plus-minus.
He's a multi-dimensional player capable of making an impact on both ends of the ice.
New York wins the draw. Hit by Winehandle. Pass to Witt. Scatcherd along the boards. To Nienema. Feeds it across. Janssen clips one. Boumediene in the corner. Pass to Gordon. The Capitals changing it up. Dumped in. Scatcherd behind the net. The play is called back for offside. Let's take another look at that big hit.
Here's a crushing blow.
The Islanders are among the top defensive teams.
You're not going to get a lot of looks against these guys. Take advantage when you can.
Face off in neutral ice. One back by Washington. Zubras on the wing. Puck in the corner. Pass to Parrish. Doig behind the net. Dangerous pass. The backhand. Denied by the Pillows. Cut off by Zubras. A coin in the corner. Flipped out by Parrish. Loose puck. Retrieved in the defensive end. The slap shot. Whitfield in back of the goal. Big check. Waiting for things to clear. Uh-oh, a little toe-to-toe action here.
The refs are going to let them settle it on their own.
Peace restored.
Hopefully that settled everything and we can get back to the game.
5 minutes apiece for the combatants. Those players will be substituted for. Face off to the right of the net. Washington wins the draw. Puck out of play.
This guy provides great leadership for his team. He can walk the walk as well as talk the talk. A real winner.
Face off at neutral ice. The Capitals win the draw. Gordon with the puck. Slap shot. Denied.
There is 1 minute.
And he holds on to it. Draw in the right circle. One-timer. DiPietro saves it. Winehandle along the boards. Wrister. Bates in the corner. A cross-check. Scatcherd plays it. Shot. Boumediene in the corner. Pass to Pete. He can't get it. New York changing it up. Time running down in the period. Solid cross-check. Puck loose. Boumediene gets control. Kavasha flips one. Front of the goal. Denied. Witt with the puck. The drive. Knocked away. A few seconds remaining in the period. Puck loose. And that'll do it for the first period. At the end of one, Washington 1, New York 0. With a one-goal difference, we've got a tight game.
Washington jumped to the early lead, but this one is far from over.
Washington creating the majority of the scoring chances.
And the important thing is they're making the most of their opportunities.
Attention fans, no matter what happens on...
All set for the start of the second period. The Islanders control the draw. Won't get there. New York on the breakout. Big shot. Rejected by Kolzig. Pass a little off. Goes to the corner. Can't get through. He backhands it. Gloved it. And he freezes the puck. We're going to look at a replay of that save.
Parrish, a beauty of a slap shot, but an even better save.
Face off in the right circle. Washington wins the draw. Shut down. New York breaking out. He fires. Blocks it out of the air. And he decides to stop play. Poor offensive numbers being posted by Washington.
As you can see, goal scoring has been at a premium for Washington.
Face off in the left circle. New York wins the draw. Asham in the corner. Bad save by Kolzig. And he holds it for the whistle. Face off in the right circle. New York wins the draw. Pete centers. Pass to Sotheby. Skates in front. He backhands it. Sends it across. Point-blank range. He gloves it. And he holds on to it. Face off to the right of the net. One by the Capitals. Save. Morrison with the puck. Blocked. Takes a shot. Seven finds the back of the net. The Capitals in control now.
DiPietro left it out in front, and it cost him.
Oh, what a shot there. Let's go to the replay.
Wow, if the goalie continues to put himself in poor position, it'll be a long night. Well, Doc, that's what he's good at. Delivering the timely pass for the goal.
The draw at center ice.
Washington goal.
One by the Capitals. Takes it up the ice. It hit the goal post. Left behind.
We'll see. And
Halpern in the corner.
Morrison.
And he hangs on. New York has given up way too many shots.
The D on this team needs to tighten up a lot more than they have.
Draw to the right of the net. Big blast. DiPietro makes the stop. Wrists it. The shots are coming in waves for Washington.
You put it on net, you're going to come out on top more often than not.
Save by Kolzig. Round one is about to begin.
This should bring the crowd to their feet.
That done, it's time to play some hockey again.
I'm not sure this one is over. They may just start it up again when they return to the ice.
That little scrap will cost each of these players 5 minutes. Winning on the road is not customary for Washington.
They seem to have trouble concentrating away from home.
The draw in the neutral zone. New York wins the draw. Washington on the breakout. Gets him with a cross-check. A coin in the corner. Puts one on goal. Save! Witt plays it. Yashin in the corner. Loose at center. Retrieved by Hunter. New York ruled offside. Face off in the neutral zone. Wilsey on the wing. Nailed in front of the net. Pekka with the puck. Flattened in front. That one goes into the seats. Draw in the neutral zone. Scatcherd wins the draw. The Islanders are offside.
They were a little early there, and the linesman was all over it.
Face off at neutral ice. Draw one by the Islanders. Washington breaking out. Pettinger takes the puck. Winehandle in behind the goal. Cross-checked. To Gordon. Front of the net. Witt keeps it in. Nails him with a vicious check. Pettinger along the boards. Loose puck. Retrieved in the defensive end. New York on a line change. Shot. Got a blocker on it. The pass off the mark. Bates gets control. Swept to the boards by Parrish. The puck is iced by New York. Somebody get the trainer. Look at this big hit.
One of the more important lessons a player learns is to keep his head up at all times. This is what happens when you don't.
Face off to the left of the net. Yashin wins the draw. Looking for the penalty call. Hammerlake controls the puck. Yashin handles it. Hammerlake with a shot. Eaten up. And he decides to stop play. Draw in the right circle. Fussy on the wing. Rister. Denied.
Second period.
Pekka moves in. A drive. They score! The wrister beats him.
Missed assignments like that are going to make it a very long night.
They don't get much better than that. Let's see it again.
That's the kind of goal that makes the home crowd start to stir. They're in this game now. That's what scorers do. Exploit every single chance they get. Nice goal there.
Face off at center ice.
New York
Skates his way through the neutral zone.
Scored by
New York called for offside. He's a great leader for his team.
Hunter, the backbone of this team. If he can produce as well as he did last year, they'll win quite a few games.
A coin behind the net. Hunter chases it down. The period almost over. Big cross check.
Kavasha, physical in this game right from the start.
Skates in front. Kolzig just notched his 15th save of the game.
He's definitely doing his part, Mike.
Draw in the left circle. Pekka wins the draw. That was a hard cross-check.
He was right in the line of fire.
Take another look at this punishing check.
That'll leave a mark.
Face off in neutral ice. The Islanders win the draw. Cross-checked into the boards. To Gordon. Drives one towards the net. Save! Wicked cross-check. We've got 2 in the books. Our score after 2, the Capitals 2, the Islanders 1. The Capitals with the lead after 2 frames.
Yeah, that was a well-played second period, Doc. I'm sure the third period will be just as exciting.
New York really taking it to them.
They may be winning the physical battle, but it doesn't put points on the board.
Attention fans. Tonight's game is being brought to you by the fine people of SCEA. Thanks for your support.
Ready for the start of the third period. The Capitals control the draw. Pekka sets it up. Backhander. DiPietro, the save. To Pekka. In the slot. Retrieved in the defensive end. Picked off. Loose along the boards. Kolzig with the glove save. And he freezes the puck. A save like that one deserves another look.
Parrish thought he had a goal there, but the goalie came out of nowhere to deny him.
Face off to the left of the net. The Islanders control the draw. The Capitals with the lead. The Islanders called for offside. He does the little things you need to do to win.
He's always working in the offensive end. His numbers last year reflect how productive he can be.
Face off in the neutral zone. The Islanders win the draw. Takes the puck. Scatchard puts one on goal, and he holds it for the whistle. Wow, massive collision. Look again.
Just watching the replay hurts me.
Face off in the right circle. Recovered by Yashin. Big shot. Stick save. He throws a cross check. Shot. Knocked away.
O'Coin misfired on that puck right in front.
Loose puck. The puck is iced by Washington. They don't get much better than that. Let's see it again.
Hammerlick, a beauty of a slap shot, but an even better save.
He's an integral part of his team. Draw to the left of the net. Zubris wins the draw. Moves up the ice. Wrists it. Turns him away. Wilsey controls it. Blake plays it. Over to Janssen. Centering pass. He grabs it. And he holds onto it. Let's take another look at that tremendous save.
He got off the wrister, but an incredible save.
Kolzig really does his job well. Face off in the right circle. The Islanders win the draw. The shot saves it. And he decides to stop play. I want to see that save again. Kolzig is the man for this club. Draw in the right circle. The Capitals control the draw. From the defensive zone. Goes with the backhand. Stopped. And he freezes the puck. Draw to the left of the net. Washington wins the draw. The save. Doig gets control. At the point. Feeds it across. Whitfield with the puck. He can't get the pass. Nienema moving it into the zone. Goes with the backhand. The drive. Save. To Janssen. Winds up and fires. Big blast. Kolzig saves it. Hits the side of the net.
Well, that's taking the hard route. No room on that side.
Didn't get through. Salmon battered him. 1-goal game. Washington on the rush. Off the pads. Wilsey snaps one. Skates his way through the neutral zone. Janssen with the shot. Blocked. Feeds one out in front. Stopped. Brutal check. New York looking for the equalizer. Pass to Pettinger. Puck loose. Feeds it to the center. Wow, he was hammered. To Pekka. Front of the goal. Snatched out of the air. And he holds it for the whistle. Oh, what a save there. Let's go to the replay.
Great save here. The shot was right on target, but somehow he made the play.
Face off to the right of the net. Draw one by New York. Eminger with the puck. To Pete. Score! He never had a chance on that beautiful one-timer.
That's the goal that will put this one on ice, Doc. Get it on ice? Hockey? Ice hockey. Ah, never mind, Doc.
Face off at center ice.
Washington goal. Scored by
Bringing it ahead.
Stephen Pete. The assist.
Checks him.
Darcy Barreau.
Scatcherd in the corner. Tees it out. Steered away. Takes a shot. Got a piece of it. Sets up shop. He can't get it. Goalie out to play the puck. Pass to Hammerling. Scatcherd missed the pass. Headed off for the line change. A coin with the puck. Yashin moves in. He didn't get anything on it.
Bates needs to get those on net.
Barreau moves in. Pete feeds one out in front. Puck loose. Point blank range. Hunter moving in. Front of the net. Wrist shot. Kolzig has now stopped 30 shots, Darren.
They've been getting good shots on goal, Mike. They just can't get enough past them.
Pass to Pete. Nailed by a cross-check. That brings us to the end of the game and a win for Washington. Tonight's final, the Capitals 3, the Islanders 1. Washington did what they needed to do to win this contest tonight.
Mike, we saw some entertaining hockey in this one. I was just glad to be a part of it.
Now here are tonight's 3 stars of the game. Third star for Washington, Stephen Pete. Second star for the New York Islanders, Michael Pekka. The first star of the game for Washington, Alexander Semin.
That about does it for tonight. I'm Mike Emmerich for Darren Pang saying good night.